Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Amisa and I am the her that is in hip hop and her, and basically this is where I just share my point of view, my opinion, and my thoughts as it relates to hip hop music and more. So if you don't know, I did a video on my Grammy picks, and now today I want to share with you all what I got wrong, what I got right, and basically just my overall reflections of the Grammys. So let's get right on into it. All right, so you should know that of the 15 that I picked, I only got 3 right. So that's what, 20%. So I don't know if that says a lot about me and my capabilities to pick the Grammy noms, or does it say a lot about the Grammys and those that are in that executive position to put their opinions on who they think should win? I'm just saying. So anyway, I'll start with what I got wrong, then we'll get into what I got right, and then the reflections, all that good jazz. So jumping right on in, what I got wrong, record of the year. So I said God's Plan, but Childish Gambino, This Is America won. Honestly, I'm not mad. Salute to Childish Gambino. He made history in winning in this category. Also, yeah, he made history, so good for you, Childish Gambino. Next, what I got wrong, Song of the Year. I said Boot Up, LMA. The winner was This Is America, Childish Gambino. Again, salute to Childish Gambino. He was not in the building, but his presence was felt. All right, next up, best rap song. I said Win by J-Rock, but Drake ended up taking that one home. I'm not mad about it. And what I was even more impressed by was Drake's speech, or I feel like he wanted to say more, but he didn't get the opportunity. I want to call out something in his speech that he said, and you notice I got my woke hat on. So basically he said, to all my peers that make music from the heart and do this pure and tell the truth, we play in an opinion-based sport, not a factual-based sport. He goes on to provide some encouragement, stating, you already won if you have people who are singing your songs word for word in your hometown. And I'll put the link in the description for the full speech of what he said. But what do you think he was implying? Drake was saying a lot in that moment, and we couldn't even hear the rest because if you didn't know by now, his speech was cut short. Now, speaking of his peers, this is what brings me to this point. Speaking of his peers, where were they? Where was Kendrick Lamar? Where was Childish Gambino? Where was Beyonce? Where was Jay-Z? Where was Rihanna? Nicki Minaj? J. Cole? The list goes on. The list goes on. And it's intentional. The reason why I believe he said what he said, what I am implying is that a lot of people, or I should say those artists that are in the hip hop categories, or even people of color, they're not getting the, how should I say, they're not getting the accolades that they should in some of these categories, like the major record noms. Childish Gambino, he's setting records by making Song of the Year for what he did the first time, and this is the 61st Grammy nomination. So a lot of these artists decline to perform, not because they don't want to perform, because they're trying to make a point. And quite honestly, do you get the point? Which leads me to my next one, which was what I got wrong, album of the year. So I said Black Panther, the album from and inspired by various artists. Who won was Golden Hour, Casey Musgrave. Shout out to her. She had a good night. She won a lot of different records. But let me tell you why I feel like Black Panther should have won. I'm not just saying it to say, but Black Panther had songs in multiple categories. He had songs for, or let me say this, that album had multiple songs in multiple categories in the Grammy nomination. So, Song of the Year, All of the Stars, Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Song Performance, Best Rap Song, Best Song Written for Visual Media, and I have on here Best Score Soundtrack, but we won't add that because technically they're referring to the composer. But my point is, how can you have so many of those songs from one album up for so many nominations and that not get at Best Album? Like, I don't understand. So I get why they're declining to perform, and I get why they didn't show up, because they want some respect. Put some respect on their names. But in all seriousness, like, I'm laughing now, but it's not a laughing matter for these artists that take the time to, you know, grind and put in the work that the way that they do. Run back Drake's speech, and you'll get a feel of what he was really trying to say. All right, moving right along. Best Rap Album. I got it wrong. I said Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle, and if you want to get into the details of why I picked the artist, you can check out my other video or my previous video. I'll link it down below. But the winner was Cardi B. Now let me say this, shout out to Cardi B, because she had an amazing year, and I salute her for women. She broke a record. My first question was, is this the first time that a female artist won this category? And I looked it up, and it is. So salute to her for making history in the Grammys for winning that record. But personally, this is what I say. There were not multiple, because I went for Victory Lap. Saying that to say, there's people who I felt like deserved that nomination more. So it kind of opens up the question is, are people being nominated for their true talent and ability? Not that Cardi B doesn't have it. You got to hear me out. This is my opinion. Not that she doesn't have the talent, or the ability, but did she deserve Best Rap Album? Y'all, if you think that she did, put in the comments as to why, and make some sense to it, because everybody got a right to their own opinion at the end of the day. And this is just mine, but I'm just saying, people been putting in work, and hey, I didn't get it, but look, again, salute to her. She a female doing her thing, so I respect and I understand that on that level. I'm just saying. All right, what else I got wrong? Best New Artist. I said Georgia Smith, but Dua Lipa. She ended up taking it home. Shout out to Georgia Smith and Dua, because if you see my previous video, I was like, I could see Dua basically winning it. It's some songs of hers that I can rock with. I appreciated her acceptance speech as well. And I feel like they didn't cut her off like they did Drake, but hey. All right, what else? Best R&B Performance. I said Summer the Carters, and the winner was Best Part, her featuring Daniel Caesar. Shout out to her. She had a big night. Super young, super talented, making waves in the Grammys this year. I want to say she took home 2 and she was nominated for 4. So shout out to her. My vote was still for the Carters. But hey. All right, what else? Best R&B Song. I said Feels Like Summer by Childish Gambino, but Ella Mai took it home with Boot Up. Congratulations to her. First time nominated, first time getting the win, so congrats. Best Rap Performance. I said Sicko Mode, Travis Scott. And then this is what threw me for a loop, because I didn't realize the Grammys give ties. Because apparently King's Dead, Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock Future, and James Blake, they won, as well as Bubbling, Anderson .Paak. What makes a tie? I'm just saying. And not only that, what happened to them showing a lot of these categories we didn't even see on screen. So I was wondering if like maybe they did that out of spite because a lot of people declined to show up. But yeah, again, best rap performance, I got it wrong. The winners were King's Dead and Bubbling. What else I got wrong? Best rap / song performance, I said Pretty Little Fears, Black, and J. Cole. The winner was This Is America, Childish Gambino. Again, salute to him. Salute to him. Next up, producer of the year, I said Boy Wonder, and Pharrell got it. I'm not mad at Pharrell. When you look down the list of all the songs that the producers had categories in, Boy Wonder just had a lot more than I felt like than Pharrell for 2018. It made me think maybe Pharrell got the ledge over because his mix was a little bit more versatile. He had 7 Rings, I want to say, in there by Ariana Grande. Let me know if that's not right, but I know he had a record on there for Ariana Grande, so it might have been a little bit more versatility, but at the end of the day, Boy Wonder was putting in work. What else I got wrong? Best song written for visual media, I said All Stars, Kendrick and SZA. The winner was Shallow, Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper. Nothing really much more I could say about that, except, I mean, I don't know how many views Shallow had versus Black Panther. I mean, if you take that into consideration, because, hey, it is written for visual media, do they look into the actual visual media that they're comparing it to? What else? All right, this is what I got right. This is my little baby 3 that I got right. So, Best Urban Contemporary Album, Everything Is Love, The Carters. They took that one home. Again, big ups, congratulations. Husband-wife duo getting a Grammy. I can always respect that. What else I got right was Best Score, Soundtrack for Visual Media. And Black Panther got that with Mr. Ludwig Gorranson. And shout out to him because he took one of the acceptance speeches in Childish Gambino's absence because he actually had work on This Is America. And I basically appreciate what he said in his speech, basically how he was a migrant from Sweden who got the opportunity to work with artists like Childish Gambino, and basically giving Childish Gambino his credit for, without that song, it wouldn't have been possible. He was the brains behind it, so I salute to him. And before they cut the music on him, he even gave 21 Savage a shout out. So much respect to Ludwig. You know, I liked him for the Black Panther score. Now I even like him more just for, you know, being an ally for some of these hip hop artists out here. So good for you. And then what else I got right was Best Music Video with This Is America, Childish Gambino. So again, much deserved. I was like, I kind of had a feeling when I was watching, I was like, where is everybody out? But I see and I understand the point that they're trying to make. Could you even imagine these artists not performing or not being at the Grammys? Like, it would be a little dead if you ask me. So I'm looking forward to what's gonna transpire from the Grammys, the 61st Grammys, and what's next, as well as for these artists. What if they come up with their own ceremonial awards? Let me know if you need a host. I got you. I kid, but hey. Also, again, I'll leave the resources in the link below. I appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. If you liked anything that I said, hit the like button. If you disagree, you disagree. Talk about it in the comments. And other than that, I appreciate you. And follow me on social media, hip hop and her. Until next time, peace and love.